Welcome back to the deep dive. I have to admit, when I saw the packet for today, I thought there might have been a mix-up.
It does look a little different, doesn't it?
Yeah, usually, we're wading through tech stacks or dense sociological studies. Today, I'm holding a narrative about a school hallway and, well, a cardboard box.
It definitely feels like a detour. But, the most complex systems are often hidden in the simplest packages. Literally, in this case.
Literally, we are going to Maple Hollow School. Our subject is a giant red, glitter-covered Valentine's Day mailbox. And I'll be honest with you, and with everyone listening, my first reaction was, okay, cute, a holiday story.
A fair reaction.
But then I started looking at the behavior pattern here, and I realized we're not talking about cardboard. We're talking about my own brain on a Tuesday afternoon.
That's the hook. On the surface, yeah, it's a story about a school project. But if you strip away the glitter, what we actually have is a perfect isolated case study on impulse control, the mechanics of anticipation, and this concept psychologists call emotional containment.
Emotional containment? That sounds like something I need to work on.
Well, we all do. It's the ability to hold on to a feeling, excitement, anxiety, whatever, without immediately having to, act on it.
To discharge it.
Exactly. And our protagonist, this giant red mailbox, is basically a creature with zero containment skills, at least at the start.
Right, so let's set the stage. We're in the school hallway. It's February. You can probably smell the floor wax and, cheap chocolate.
Oh.
And sitting there is this massive box.
And the source material is so vivid here. It's red, it's shiny, and it has this sign that practically screams, "Drop your Valentines here."
That sign is crucial, isn't it? It's an instruction, but for the mailbox, it's more like a trigger.
Oh, absolutely. Because this isn't an inanimate object in our scenario. It's sentient. It's thinking. And more importantly, it has something like a nervous system.
A very frayed nervous system. The text makes it clear right away. This mailbox isn't just a bucket. It's an active participant. It's watching every single student.
It's hypervigilant. And this is where we get into the input phase of the whole looch.
Yeah.
You have these specific data points entering the system. The narrative lists them out. Mia with a pink card, Harper with this, glitter bomb of a card, and Max.
Oh, Max. The kid with the dinosaur Valentine. I have to pause here because the specificity of that detail it killed me. A dinosaur Valentine is a high-stakes asset in elementary school.
It is. That's social currency right there.
Totally.
And, usually when we talk about gift giving, we focus on the giver or the receiver. But this story forces us to look at the middleman, the carrier.
And every time one of those cards drops into the slot, the mailbox has this physical reaction.
It wiggles. That's the word the text uses over and over. It wiggled.
Right, and let's break that down. That wiggle.
Yeah.
In behavioral terms, that's a somatic marker, isn't it? It's the body betraying the mind.
Spot on. It's trying to do its job, sit still, collect cards. But the dopamine hit of that new input is just too strong. It physically shakes.
It's like when you're in a meeting and you get a text you know is the one you've been waiting for. You can't check it, but your leg starts bouncing under the table. You can't stop it.
That's a perfect analogy. It's anticipatory joy, but it's tipping over into anxiety. And the mailbox has this internal monologue running too. It's squeaking out, another one, is it for me?
It's this frantic, high-frequency energy. It's not enjoying the moment. It's being assaulted by it.
And that creates a feedback loop. The more cards go in, the more it shakes. The text says it shook harder and harder. It's basically vibrating.
And this is where I think the deep dive angle really kicks in, because it's not greedy. It's not trying to steal the cards for itself.
No, not at all.
It's overwhelmed by the presence of them.
It's an issue of capacity. Not physical capacity, it's a huge box, but emotional capacity. It just doesn't have the regulation skills to handle that much kindness, as the text calls it, sitting inside without doing something about it.
It feels the need to process the input immediately.
Which brings us to the meltdown. Because this isn't a slow leak. This is a catastrophic failure of the vessel.
The inciting incident.
The complete loss of executive function.
It actually screams, I can't wait until Friday. I want to deliver them now.
And then...
The spark part.
And then in a moment that I think just perfectly captures the feeling of a panic attack, it sprouts legs.
Tiny paper legs.
Tiny paper legs. And it just bolts.
It's funny, but it's also so accurate, metaphorically. When we're overwhelmed by anticipation or anxiety, our bodies go into fight or flight.
Right. The adrenaline hits.
Your muscles prime for movement. You literally want to run away from the feeling of waiting, the mailbox. It just actually does it.
It chooses flight and starts sprinting down the hallway. And this is where the comedy turns into a a disaster movie.
Total chaos.
It's not just running, it's ejecting the cargo, it's self-sabotage.
Complete self-sabotage. Hearts are flying, cards are fluttering, teachers are ducking for cover. It's a mess. But I want to challenge the logic there for a second. The mailbox says, I want to deliver them NW. It thinks it's being helpful, right?
Oh, absolutely. In its mind, speed is a virtue.
It's the Amazon Prime effect. If I don't have it in 2 hours, it's a failure.
That's it exactly. The mailbox believes the purpose of the Valentine is the transaction. Get it from point A to point B as fast as you can to release the tension. It thinks the value is just in the handoff.
But it's destroying the context. A dinosaur Valentine on the floor of a hallway on a Tuesday isn't a gift.
It's litter.
It's litter. That's a great point.
Yeah.
So the mailbox is running amok, ruining the holiday because it can't handle the pressure of the secret.
And someone needs to step in. But it's not the teachers. The authority figures are ducking.
It's the peers, specifically Mia and Max. The voice of reason comes from the demographic that usually has the least patience.
Which makes it so much more powerful.
Yeah.
Mia steps in first. She doesn't tackle the box or anything. She just uses logic. She laughs, which de-escalates everything, and says, wait, Valentines are surprises. Yeah. We have to be patient.
And that word just acts like a kill switch. Patient. The mailbox freezes.
I don't think it freezes because it's being obedient. I think it's a pattern interrupt. It's a concept that just hadn't occurred to it.
It was pure stimulus response.
Exactly. Mia introduces a third option, stimulus pause, response.
That pause is the hardest thing in the world to master. But then Max comes in with the heavy hitter. This is the line that made me stop and actually stare at the wall for a minute.
I think I know which one you mean.
Max says, sometimes the best part is waiting and letting kindness build up.
Letting kindness build up.
That's deceptively deep, because usually when we wait for something, a package, a table, at a restaurant, we see that time as empty space. It's a void.
Right. We see waiting as passive, a delay, but Max is reframing it as an active, almost a metabolic process.
Break that down. What do you mean by active?
Well, think about aging wine or compound interest. The time isn't just passing, the time is doing work. By holding onto the Valentines, by keeping them contained, their value is actually increasing. The anticipation is accumulating.
So the energy of the gift is growing.
Yes. If you give the gift right away, you get a quick spike of dopamine. It's a fast hit. But if you hold that impulse, if you let the pressure build, you're converting that potential energy into something much more powerful.
It's the difference between snacking on ingredients while you cook versus sitting down for the full meal.
That's a perfect analogy. The mailbox was snacking. It was trying to consume the joy in little bites because it was so hungry for the feeling. Max is telling it to cook the meal.
And you can just see this logic click into place. It asks, patient, and then it processes what Max said. It realizes that by running around, it wasn't speeding up the joy, it was leaking it.
It was deflated the balloon. And once it gets that the container's job is to protect the buildup, the behavior changes instantly.
The text says it carefully gathered all the Valentines back inside. That word, carefully, does a lot of work there.
It really does. Before, it was chaos. Now, there's a reverence to it. It has accepted its role as the guardian. It's not just a delivery truck anymore, it's a vault.
So we get the time jump, the narrative fades to Friday, the big payoff.
The release.
The vibe in the room has totally changed. The chaos is gone. The text describes the classroom as glowing with smiles, which is lovely, but I'm looking at the mailbox. How is our reformed addict doing?
It's the crucial data point. And the text is explicit. It didn't wiggle once.
Not a single wiggle. That's impressive.
It is. It implies a state of stillness. And stillness here, it isn't just the absence of movement. It's the presence of peace. It's no longer fighting the energy inside it. It's holding it.
It's mastered containment. It's sitting there full of dinosaurs and glitter, and it's cool with it.
And the narrative sums it all up with the lesson. It learned that waiting makes kindness even sweeter.
Which brings us to the so what part of our dive. We've analyzed the box, we've diagnosed its anxiety disorder, but why does this matter to someone who isn't made of cardboard?
Well, I think the first big takeaway is just redefining patience. We usually teach patience to kids and ourselves as a form of discipline, like don't eat the marshmallow yet. It feels like a punishment.
It feels like denial.
Right. But this story argues that patience is actually a strategy for maximization. You're not waiting because you have to. You're waiting because it makes the result better.
That's a huge shift. It's not I have to wait, it's I get to let this build up.
Exactly. And the second thing is the shift from being giver-centric to recipient-centric.
Walk me through that.
The beginning, the mailbox says, I want to deliver them, and now. The subject of that sentence is I. It was uncomfortable with the tension, so it wanted to dump the load to relieve its own internal pressure.
Wow. Okay, that hits close to home. How often do we blurt out good news or give a gift early just because we can't handle the secret?
All the time. We spoil the moment for others just to suit our own excitement. By Friday, the mailbox has learned that real generosity involves timing. You have to wait until the recipient is ready.
Kindness grows when we wait and share it at the right time. The right time is a component of the gift.
It's the packaging. Without the right timing, the gift is just an object. With the right timing, it's an event.
And speaking of events, we have to talk about the surprise. The text is very firm. Surprises are worth waiting for. In our world today, I feel like surprise is an endangered species.
It is. We live in the information age. We track our pizza on a GPS map. We know exactly when the Amazon package hits the porch. We've systematically eliminated uncertainty.
Because uncertainty is uncomfortable, just like it was for the mailbox.
Correct. Uncertainty feels like the wiggles. But by getting rid of it, we've also gotten rid of the magic of the reveal. We've traded awe for predictability.
So maybe we should stop tracking the package. Let the mystery sit in the hallway for a few days.
Let the glitter accumulate.
You know, there's one final thought I want to throw at you. It's been nagging at me since we started talking about Max's philosophy.
Okay.
We've been talking about how the mailbox learned that waiting makes kindness sweeter, but the mailbox never actually opens the cards.
That's true. It's the carrier. It never sees the message inside.
It never gets the dinosaur. It just holds them and then gives them away. So if the mailbox feels satisfied at the end and the text implies it's like glowing with happiness, where is that satisfaction coming from?
That is the ultimate question here, isn't it?
Is it possible that the act of custody, of just being the vessel that holds the kindness for someone else, offers its own unique frequency of joy?
I think you're onto something profound there. It's the joy of stewardship.
Stewardship.
Yeah. Knowing you're protecting something valuable for someone else. Even if you don't get to consume it yourself, there's a deep, resonant satisfaction in knowing that because of you, the joy is safe. Because of you, it's growing. You are the battery that keeps the charge.
I like that image, being the battery. You aren't just passing things along, you're charging them up.
Precisely.
So to everyone listening, the next time you're sitting on a secret or waiting to give a gift or just feeling that restless wiggle because you want something to happen now, try to channel your inner Friday mailbox.
Don't sprout legs.
Don't sprout legs. Don't run down the hallway. Just sit with it. Let it build. Be the vault.
And trust that the wait is doing the work.
Thanks for taking this deep dive into Maple Hollow with us. It was a weird one, but I think we found the treasure at the bottom of the box.
Always a pleasure.
We'll see you in the next one.